Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful Memorial Day. As you well know, in American culture, today is a day of reflection where we think about the lives of those men and women who went off to combat to defend the cause of liberty in America and who paid the ultimate sacrifice, the sacrifice of their lives. Over 1.27 million Americans have died throughout the centuries defending the cause of America in various wars. Congress wants us at 3 o'clock to stop whatever we're doing, to stop and pause and to reflect. And we at Calvary Baptist, we want to give thanks to God above, who has sent so many brave men and women throughout our history to defend our rights, defend our freedoms. And part of those freedoms is the right to worship freely. And there are also people who have gone on before us, not only who have fought in earthly wars in American history, but I want to think about what Paul wrote to Timothy in 2 Timothy 1:5. He said, Timothy, that faith that I'm sure that dwells in you, it first dwelled in your grandmother Lois. It dwelt in your mother Eunice, and I'm sure that it dwells in you. And Paul was talking about a spiritual heritage. He's telling Timothy to remember those people that have invested in your life, spiritually speaking. And these two women were related to Timothy, but think about it in spiritual terms. There are many men and women, if you've been saved for any length of time, they have invested in you. And I hope that you take time out today to remember those spiritual moms and dads who have gone on before us and who have invested in our lives and helped us to know Christ and to mature in Christ. In my office, I have a red telephone that's pretty old. And people ask me, why do you have a red telephone here? You don't use it. It's old as dirt. I mean, it's the old dial-up right there. And what people do not realize when they walk by and they look at it is that reminds me of my great-grandmother, Mary Manley, who was a godly woman. She was one of the very few people in my dad and my mom's families who knew Christ. And she was a great witness for Jesus Christ. She bought me my first two Bibles. She took me to church when we spent the weekend over there at her house. And my brother and I, we would go and play Batman and Robin at her house. And she had a red telephone, so this stood for the bat phone. Just a lot of great memories. So there are memories that I have of various people in my life, and one of these is great-grandmother Mary. And I want to remember her today for her being a spiritual mom with Jesus today. It's a busy week here at Calvary Baptist Church. Our Calvary kids have been off at Lookout Lodge. They returned today. Wednesday, the women's core group is meeting at 6 o'clock. Wednesday, 6 p.m. in the conference room to plan. Our senior adults in Calvary Classics, y'all have a trip going to St. Simon's Thursday. You better be here at church by 8:15 because that bus is leaving at 8:30 in the morning, whether you're here or not. Youth is having a paintball activity over there in Little Wissey. They're going to have a little bit of combat themselves. They meet here at 8 o'clock on Saturday. And this Sunday, June 5th, we're having the Lord's Supper where we remember the passion and the sacrifice of Jesus Christ as we preach his death and his suffering. And after we take part in the Lord's Supper, we're going to pass around a plate, have a special offering for those who are in great need here in Wayne County, part of our benevolence fund. So I hope to see you soon. Remember, be thankful for those who have gone on before us this Memorial Day. See you soon.